The funeral for Stephon Clark will take place today in Sacramento. Police shot and killed the 22-year-old on March 18th. They mistakenly thought he had a gun. Clark's death led to days of intense protests that spread last night to New York City. Jamie Yuccas is in Sacramento with today's funeral plans. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning. Clark's funeral will be held here at Boss Church. It is open to the public. Civil rights leader Reverend Al Sharpton will deliver the eulogy. He's expected to talk about Clark's life and how his death plays into perceived injustice and police shootings.
Say his name.
Stephon Clark! This latest protest over the police killing of Stephon Clark started at the Sacramento County District Attorney's office before quickly evolving into a march through the city's streets.
Black lives! Black lives!
Activists blocked traffic at a busy downtown intersection during rush hour. In New York City Wednesday, demonstrators made their way from Columbus Circle to Times Square. Police detained nearly a dozen people when protests turned violent. It's been almost 2 weeks since Clark was shot dead in his grandparents' backyard after police thought he was vandalizing property. Officers believed the father of two had a gun. He had a cell phone. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said on Wednesday that the administration does not plan to get involved in the matter.
The president's very supportive of law enforcement, but at the same time, in these specific cases, in these specific instances, those would be left up to local authorities to make that determination and not something for the federal government to weigh into.
Benjamin CRUMP is a civil rights attorney representing the Clark family.
I completely disagree with the White House press secretary and anybody else who is trying to marginalize this to just a local matter. This is a national issue. We must solve it as Americans.
CRUMP tells CBS This Morning that while the family is grateful to the protesters, they are hoping that today is peaceful and a celebration of Clark's life. The family also says they're going to release their own independent autopsy results in coming days. Gayle.
Yeah, there's still a lot of questions about that. It is interesting the tactic appears to be changing to make this a local issue. Clearly, when you look at all the incidents around the country, this is a national problem.
There's a pattern, yeah.
There is a pattern, and it seems more, not so much about black and white, although that seems to be certainly part of it, but how about right and wrong?
Yeah.
It's very disturbing on many levels.
Right, our thanks.
Glad we're on top of this story.
Our thanks to Jamie Yuccas.
That's right.